Oh, we should start.
Oh yeah, we're gonna fall asleep, aren't we?
Are you good?
Nope. Wait, what?
Hello and welcome to the ParkStop podcast, episode 42. My name is Alicia Stella. With me as always is my co-host Ian.
Hey kids, wait, you've been recording for a minute?
A minute and a half.
Oh man.
And today we are talking about Universal Parks news, specifically Universal Studios Hollywood and Universal Orlando Resort, catching up on some of the stories that may have fallen through the cracks and some of the big stories we've been following in the videos, but we haven't talked about on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink this Jameson.
I'm gonna drink my Coke Zero.
So wait, stuff? What's going on?
There's this little thing they're doing at Hollywood. It's based on. Have you heard of Nintendo?
No, never heard of it. What's that? Nintendo, you say?
They're officially opening. Yeah, it's got that. It's based on this movie starring Chris Pratt. That's coming.
Mario. Wait, what?
It's a me, Mario. That's not the voice. All right, so the Super Nintendo World is officially opening at Universal Hollywood early next year. I think originally they announced just 2023, and then with this new announcement, they're like early 2023. We're getting closer to a date.
Oh boy!
But they did have a commercial, and I was so excited about this commercial because I thought, wow, they're actually showing footage from the Hollywood version, like because they have there was new footage we hadn't seen before. There was like 2 clips in that entire commercial that we hadn't seen before. Everything else is in the Japan commercial. Or Japan official B-roll footage. They just slowed it down or sped it up or put special effects over top. But there is a shot or 2 shots at load that are new that I think might have been filmed at Hollywood. But that's it, just those 2 shots.
Well, I mean, it's something, I guess.
Well, so a lot of people have confirmed in comments on the video. They're like, yeah, no, they're definitely letting team members ride the ride in Hollywood right now. It's like totally ready. They're testing it. So we're just waiting on the land.
Yay, let's go. Where's my land? Wait, I'm more excited for Monsters though. Let's be honest.
Yes, but this opens 2 years earlier than ours, so it's exciting.
Yeah, but Monsters is more exciting.
In general.
Very much so.
I feel like I'm going to walk into Super Nintendo World whenever I do, whether it be Hollywood or if I get over there or Epic Universe. I'm going to hear the music and I'm like going to tear up. Like those stories of people that did that at Galaxy's Edge or whatever, it's going to happen to me in Nintendo because I'm going to hear all the music in the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's going to make me so happy. And then I'm going to live in Toad's Cafe, and I'm never going to leave. It's going to be like Pizza Rizzo for me, where I just sit and that's my home now.
I honestly want to go on Yoshi.
I don't think they got that in Hollywood.
I know, but we're going to get that. That's what I want to go on.
There are still people that are convinced that they're building the Yoshi ride in Hollywood.
What? Do people not listen to you talk? I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, they think that they've hid it inside the mountain, inside the beanpole, and it's a special indoor only. They've learned their lesson and they built a special indoor version. And I'm pretty sure this land was designed before they even opened Japan. And there's no I think that's a misconception a lot of people have. It looks like they learned their lesson. They stopped doing this, or they learned from this, or they're ripping off this. And it's these things are planned 5 to 7 years in advance before they open. There's no lesson to be learned. It's just maybe it's an evolution of something.
Maybe,
but it's not. It's not a direct answer to everything.
It seems like the Hollywood version of our whole it's just buses that are going to take you between the 2 parks. It's nothing special, but everyone keeps trying to say there's going to be something crazy that they come up with.
People keep asking, are they going to put are they going to put a Skyliner or a monorail between the 2 parks? And every time we say no, it's just a dedicated bus lane there, but they'll still keep asking it. I mean, maybe one day they will.
Maybe, but right now they can't seem to understand that it's just a bus. And I get it. It'd be cooler if there was something better, but
and it'd be cooler if Hollywood had Yoshi. But I don't think
it would be.
I feel like we would have saw them building the Yoshi ride if they were going to have the Yoshi ride. Does that make
Maybe.
sense?
That would probably be a big hint.
Because you can like you get a really good view from the escalator from the top, the upper lot, and we even remember Bio went to Hollywood that one time and got aerial
Yeah,
photos.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
We can see the load platform taking shape in Epic Universe right now for the Yoshi ride. Like the way the Yoshi ride was built in Japan and the way they're building it Epic Universe now, you can see the track before they enclose the building.
Of
Even
course.
Secret Life of Pets, you could see the track before they enclose the building because the
Of
building's built
course.
around the track. So I think if they were building the Yoshi ride, we would have noticed them building the Yoshi ride. Just to be blunt.
Probably. I mean, maybe. You might have
It would
seen
be a nice surprise, though, wouldn't it? Like
It would be
the
awesome. They're like, surprise, we were just kidding.
secret hidden Yoshi ride.
That'd be great, actually, if they were like, yeah, we actually did build it. What else is going on in Hollywood?
Well, there's got to be somewhere to put the interactive games. So I imagine Mount Beanpole is mostly just interactive games, like 2 levels of interactive games. It's just because there's nowhere else to put it. The way the land is so cramped. So either that or just a whole lot of bathrooms. And I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on in Hollywood is they're building this like old West town off of the tram route. Have you noticed this giant
Nope.
Old West? You haven't been paying attention to Hollywood stuff?
Not much. No, I can't go to Hollywood from here, so not right now.
Yeah.
It's easier to drive just down the street.
You have a better chance of getting into Universal Hollywood than getting annual pass for Walt Disney World, though.
That's accurate. And I probably have a better chance of getting a key to Disneyland than a Universal or annual pass for Walt Disney World.
It's a little like Western town thing, I think, from the upcoming film Nope.
Oh, I want to see Nope.
That's why I asked you to tell me. I already forgot.
July 22nd.
July 22nd.
Yay, Google.
The original rumor was this was going to be part of the Terror Tram for Halloween Horror Nights, but they built like this whole city where the tram's going to go like right through it, and it has like, it looks like it's going to have maybe stunts or special effects or something. So it looks like it could be a regular tram stop during like the regular tram tour. So maybe when the movie comes out, this thing will just start being part of the tram tour, and it's like the first new addition that isn't a 360 tunnel segment in a while.
That'd be cool. Non-tunnel segment would be awesome.
Something practical and existing, like in the olden days, like the collapsing bridge or the flooding town or other things.
Or other things.
Jaws, even Earthquake, practical things that aren't screen-based, So they built a town in like 3 or 4 months, and it looks just like there's a clip in the new trailer. I'm trying not to like see spoilers, so the one time I want to know what this is, but at the also I'm waiting for the movie to know what it is. But it definitely looks like the thing in the trailer, so it's definitely Nope.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got like a mini attraction this year.
I'm okay with that. Bring on the mini attraction.
And like, it's kind of like what's going on in Orlando. We have like the escape rooms this year instead of a ride or an attraction, because they're still trying to do something new every year, but they're finally easing the brake a little bit. Like we've gotten a ride or a major attraction every single year for like a decade, and they're like, well, hold on.
Yeah,
we're also building new theme parks.
Fast and Furious is not really a new ride, is it?
Yeah, see, I'd rather them take an off year and have a better thing open.
Yes, please. Oh,
speaking of Fast and Furious, that's what was next on my notes. And by notes, I mean my scribble on this index card.
Thanks for sharing, by the way. What's going on with Fast and Furious?
Yes, I sent you a picture a week ago, didn't I, of this index card?
I think so, but I only had like 2 things on it, I think, back then. I don't know for sure.
No, I've added a lot more. Fast and Furious.
Shocker.
Roller coaster. For Hollywood.
Of course, for Hollywood.
they get so little. Let them have one thing.
Well, why can't we have it too? I mean,
we have a Velocicoaster. I'd much rather have a Velocicoaster.
Yeah, me too. But at the same time, here's my argument. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think what we have for Fast and Furious is not good. But I also think
I've never heard that before.
I also think a roller coaster for Fast and Furious is a little on the nose, and I don't think it's very creative. but I'd still,
Oh.
but that's my hot take, but I'd still prefer it over what we have.
Well, yeah, it's better. Anything is better than what we
By a
have.
lot. Anything is better. Like a walkthrough would be better, in my opinion.
It would be a walkthrough would be more fast than a bus in the same spot.
A bus that doesn't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
we're
into that.
moving. All right, so that's a line from the yeah. This is Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift is the early name for this attraction.
Get out of here with that name. For real?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I have a concern. I'm worried that they're going to cut the drifting. And I think that's like one of the things that makes it the most like that makes it unique. Because it's not street racing. I do not believe at this point, I do not believe it will be two tracks side by side. I don't think they have the room for that. I barely think they have the room for this. So if it's not going to be street racing, the drifting thing is kind of a good hook, something different. So I'd be really sad if they did. But there is a rumor that this roller coaster is going to start in the upper lot where the special effects stage is and the animal actor stage, and then do a bunch of stuff, maybe go up like the way Icebreaker does, go up a piece of track that just stops dead ends like a spike, and then go back down, go all the way down to the lower lot on the other side of the escalator, and then launch back up the hill. And I think I heard faster than Velocicoaster's fastest launch.
Ridiculous. That's pretty cool, though.
Which means it's not a family ride, but it is Fast and Furious, so it is a family ride. But if it's going
it's not
like
that family, it's the other family kind of ride.
if it's going like up to 80 miles per hour,
88 miles per hour? Wait,
no,
what?
just 80.
Okay.
If it's going up to 80 miles per hour up a hill, can it have the rotating base platform and still be safe? Like the drifting thing, like can it lock in place? Like
I would imagine so.
Cobra's Curse going 30 miles per hour is one thing. Or Gringotts or well, I guess that's a powered spin though. I was gonna say the Guardians of the Galaxy goes pretty fast on the first launch, and it spins, but it's more of a powered spin. So I don't know if I guess if it's drifting, it's got to be powered, right? Right?
Probably, it's got to be. Yeah, it definitely has to be.
Like it's going to only do it on certain turns to like accentuate things and make it feel like you're drifting. I don't know. This is supposed to be Intamin, so I'm sure they'll figure it out and it'll be like super high tech and not work for a year. But
of course.
That's a mean joke, by the way, because I love all of the latest Intamin coasters, but Hagrid's was a little bit of a fiasco.
Yeah, but it's like one of my favorite rides, though.
Right, exactly. So I give it a hard time, but like I wouldn't have wanted it to not have 7 launches and 2 drop tracks. Like I get why it has issues, but like now I worry that this is also biting off a little bit more than they need to.
So good.
But I also think without the drift and without like if it's not dueling or racing, I feel like it needs that hook. So a drifting would be really cool.
It would probably be really interesting feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's on the nose to do a roller coaster. Everyone's like, it's a no-brainer. I'm like, yeah, that's why it's a little on the nose, because it's a no-brainer. Well, it's not creative.
I think a story-driven indoor ride using the test track, Radiator Springs Racers type, like tracked real car thing would have been more on the nose, because that's what everyone thought we were going to get when they announced Supercharged to begin with. Like I feel like that's what they should have done, and I almost wonder if it's like a patent thing and like they don't want to rip Disney off or something because it's too perfect. And I always had my dream of what it should be, where it starts off as like a street race with cars side by side, but then at the end of the race, like it swerves and like bad guys come and you have to go on a mission. And like I want a dark ride that starts off with the guise of almost like a roller coaster type ride, but then turns into a story.
Yeah, I'm into that too. It seems pretty fun.
But no, this is just a roller coaster with like an open air load platform. And like, I think the park needs it. I think Hollywood, I don't know how they're going to deal with noise. Everyone's leaving a comment right now on the YouTube version of this saying, but what about the noise? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not in charge of the noise ordinance things. I'm just reporting the rumor.
No idea. They'll figure it out. They have some kind of plan already.
Yeah, they're just going to pay off all the residents nearby.
Don't worry about it. Here's some money. Don't worry about it. Here's some money.
This is supposed to open 2024, which is soon. Like I think the special effects stage is open now or about to open for the summer. So this might be your last chance through. I don't know if they do it for Halloween Horror Nights time, but I would do the special effects show and Animal Actors. Is that even still open? Do those
I have
shows
no idea.
now. Do them immediately because once Nintendo's open, they're going to start building this so fast it'll make your head spin, or it'll make your coaster drift. I don't know.
Does Animal Actors have to stay open? Can we do something better with that area?
Are you talking about ours or both?
Both.
Because our plans,
100% both.
when they were doing the Pokemon plans after the Super Nintendo World plans for Kidzone, they left Animal Actors for the Pokemon one. Like they decided they weren't going to close it. They were going to close it for Super Nintendo World, but then they moved that to Epic. And when they were going to do Pokemon in 2008, they left Animal Actors, which leads me to believe that no matter what takes over Kidzone, Animal Actors will stay.
Great. So I think Kidzone's going to stay forever. It's like a cockroach. It just won't. We just saw them repainting it. What, like 2 months ago?
Fievel. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to Orlando. I wanted to hold on to Hollywood because I have.
Sorry.
Hollywood has grand plans.
So what's next at Hollywood then?
Well, if you got Nintendo in 2023, early 2023.
Ooh, fancy.
Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift in 2024. One theory I've had is the Bourne Stuntacular for 2025, because I think they'll need something a little bit smaller after these big projects. But also, I think there's more big projects coming in 2026 through 2028, like really big projects. And so Bourne would be a good like stopgap in between, especially if they're able to tear down some of the old sound stages around, like expanding the lower lot, or if they're able to squeeze it in somewhere else. I don't know. Will it fit where the Walking Dead was? Probably not.
Probably not.
It would be neat though if they could have like the Secret Life of Pets and the Bourne Stuntacular. I mean, our Bourne Stuntacular is kind of a big show. It's a little bit of a big theater. So
I have not sat through that entire show without it breaking down. Every time I've gone to see it, it breaks down. It's
kind of cool when it breaks down though, because you see how it like gets reset.
It's kind of cool when it breaks down once or twice, but every time you go, it's really not that cool.
You've never seen it all the way through?
I've seen it all the way through, but not without a break in the middle for them to reset and be like, okay, we're just going to start at this point and go.
Because I saw it with Tommy and it broke down and it skipped a scene. And I was like, oh, I love the chase scene with the bike and the slow-mo.
It's not a bike.
It's a cool scene. Whatever, the trike.
It's not a trike. It's a Can-Am. It's a Can-Am. It's not a trike.
Oh, my God.
It's a snowmobile on wheels. Me? Yes, I am.
Just because you're accurate doesn't mean you have to actually me.
It's not a trike. It's not a motorcycle. It is a Can-Am.
So here's the possibilities for what could be coming 26, 27, 28. I know a lot of people are going to suggest Diagon Alley and the train, because that's a rumor that will not die. I don't think that's it. Or I haven't heard anything about that except from people asking me if that's going to be it. But what I have heard, what?
Wait. Don't say Lord of the Rings though, okay?
Okay. Well, do you have a jar handy you could put $1 in if I
do? We always have a jar handy.
We need our second jar. We need the jar for Star Trek. I swear that's going to start picking up. Rumors for Star Trek.
It's been going on and off for years. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, I think more Nintendo. I think that's a safe bet.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Donkey Kong, Pokemon, and I wouldn't even put past Zelda.
That'd be pretty cool. Wait, what's the other game we were talking about the other day that could be a land?
I haven't heard of any other lands that have been greenlit for the Universal Parks.
But if they get Zelda, I want Zelda because I want that ride that they're never going to build.
I think it's a given Orlando's getting Zelda. I think it's a possibility that Japan and Hollywood could get it too. It just depends on how good the plans are and how well Super Nintendo World does upon debut, and or whether or not Nintendo, the corporation, is demanding more Nintendo in the parks. Because we don't know what the contract is. Like with the Harry Potter thing, we knew the contract says like, you must always keep expanding forever. And you know what? I bet you the Nintendo one says that too. So
I hope so.
Like we've seen patents and concept arts and leaked stuff for Pokemon and Zelda, and of course Donkey Kong, which we know is now happening, which matches the concept art we've seen. So I wouldn't be surprised if all those lands are in development for more than one place.
I want the boat, not boat ride.
The boat not boat ride.
Yeah, I want the boat, not boat ride.
The
Pretty
last I
please.
heard, the boat not boat ride is just a boat ride, and that
That's not cool. It needs to
they've
fly off a waterfall. That's what
they've cut
makes
out
it cool.
they've cut out the ET portions, as far as I've
Lame.
heard.
Lame.
Yeah, but that's one that was so early in
Yeah, I
development
know.
that who knows by the time it actually gets built, what. And this is a weird thing about these video game like rides and lands is that they're almost locked into whatever game they based it on when they first started designing it, regardless of how many iterations of that game come out since then. So like Super Nintendo World looks like Mario 3D World, and it just will always look like that, which is fine because that
Yeah.
game is like based on the old 8-bit version but in 3D, so it kind of fit perfect. But
Hmm.
like Donkey Kong looks like Tropical Freeze. Like it's so weird to me that there'll always be new games coming out, but then these lands will be locked in this old version.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's what happens with the games, though, right? Like, there's not much you can do about it. We're not going to discuss other lands that are also locked in a time frame.
I wonder what Pokemon would look
Mhm.
like. I think that's one that you can kind of mix the anime cartoon style and the game style and kind of do your own thing. Like Detective Pikachu like did its own
Yeah.
thing but based it on the existing stuff and just made it look more real. Maybe it's all based on Detective Pikachu's look.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. You know what? I'm not even really a Pokemon person, but I like Detective Pikachu. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it had a good cross appeal.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was very twisty. Well, we have
All right.
the LA Olympics in, is it 2028?
Something like that.
So I foresee definitely something, at least one. I was thinking Pokemon. There was already rumors for Donkey Kong, and I know Pokemon is the Pokemon Corporation, the Pokemon Company. I know. Don't at me because I keep saying
Definitely
Nintendo.
at.
Nintendo's one of the owners with Game Freak. And whatever. I know the Pokemon Company is its own separate company, but
Yeah, the contract's with Nintendo, though, so, right?
well, they have a
So,
contract with the Pokemon Company. Right now, it's explicitly only
ah,
publicly for Japan, but they're working on attractions, and I think it might be for more than just Japan.
for me?
Well, we're definitely
Check.
getting it in Orlando.
Yay, for me. No, I don't even care. I'll go check it out for sure, but
I think Pokemon's one of those ones where I would buy all the interactive stuff.
no, you know.
I don't even really care about Pokemon.
No. And
I
then
love interactive stuff
I,
that like that.
I have a feeling that that'd be a land full of rides of things for you to quote too. For my
The
nightmares.
what like Pika 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 Pikachu. Like I think
I don't know how you talk that high.
for 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 Kidzone, there were plans. All right, let's just get into it. There were plans for Pokemon in the Kidzone,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
um, and it included like an interactive garden where you would take Pokeballs and like use them to collect like Musion hologram Pokemon that are around this garden area. And I don't know how they were going to pull it off, but it was a way to make the land interactive and you walk around with a Pokeball. And all I could think was like, you're going to sell a Pokedex, right? But I guess maybe it
I'm
would
trying so hard to behave right now.
it might, I'm just gonna ignore that. It might interface with the app the way that a power up band interfaces with the
Okay.
app on your phone. So maybe your phone is the Pokedex and you carry around a Pokeball to capture the actual Pokemon.
The amount I'm shaking my head right now. Yeah, I mean, that would work. It'd be fun.
Are you not into going into a store and buying Pokeballs?
No. No Pokeballs for me.
And
I have a feeling. I have a feeling if one of my friends came down with their daughter, there might be. I might be enticed into playing along, but I don't know.
the main attraction for the area when it was designed for Kidzone at Universal Studios Florida was going to be a mock inverted powered coaster
Ooh.
like the one they just built in Jurassic World Beijing, like the one like Arthur at Europa Park. What is another one? Oh, the How to Train Your Dragon
Hmm.
at at Dubai. So it's a powered coaster that's like a dark ride, but it's suspended, and you would go through show scenes, but then it would also go outside the building, and like that whole land was designed around that ride that would take you through different like biomes from Pokemon. Um, but then there was supposed to be a big battle show, and the battle show was going to have augmented reality glasses in an
Interesting.
amphitheater. And I think like in
Interesting.
Super Nintendo World has like the Mario Kart ride where you're on a moving ride with augmented reality. But imagine a show like in the round, and in the center of this amphitheater is the Pokemon battles happening. But the characters, or the Pokemon, maybe they're human characters, but then the Pokemon themselves and all of the effects and all the magic and the powers that they do, and like water sprays and stuff, would be in your glasses. So instead of a 3D show on a screen, it's an augmented reality show in the center of an amphitheater on your glasses. And I think
Yep.
that was like the coolest idea. Like that to me is a better use of augmented reality than a moving ride vehicle, because at least you can center it all within a space that doesn't move.
That would be interesting. I think that'd be easier than I think that would definitely be easier in a theater than a ride that's moving. But I don't know. That'd be all
But at
right.
the
That
same
could be
time, you have
interesting though.
like, but imagine like 500 to 1,000 people all wearing synchronized Wi-Fi glasses. Like there's that to think about too. It's not just, four people in a car times 50 cars, although that is a lot of people also. So maybe it is just as hard. And we're not moving.
Probably.
At least we're stationary.
Probably. I mean, being stationary is definitely a bonus.
But I thought that was a cool idea. I kind of hope that survives into whatever they end up doing, wherever they end up doing it. Because, Kidzone is cursed, so it can't be there. Maybe it'll be the expansion plot, which is the exact same size in between Super Nintendo World and Monsters at Epic Universe. So you would have Super Nintendo World and Pokemon World right next to each other.
It'd be
Maybe.
kind of cool though. I would be okay with that. I think that'd be a good use of the land, at least the space, anywhere, either park, if they did that.
And there'd be a play area. And there'd be uh,
Yeah.
um, a mart, a Pokemart, a gym,
Yeah.
um,
A gym. We're
quick
gonna go train our
service.
Pokemon.
Yeah, a quick start. Well, I think it's more like a little mini show that teaches you
Yeah, I
how
was
to
gonna
use the thing
say.
you bought. It's like the Wizarding World, like the wand shop
Mm.
at a Charmander's Big Fire Grill. The the
Yes, please.
we were still talking about Hollywood. We kind of eased into Orlando there, but that I want to believe that Hollywood would get more Nintendo slash and or Pokemon. So there's a good chance that these concepts could still be alive. I think by moving Super Nintendo World, the first one, to Epic Universe, and then Epic Universe getting delayed, like they're afraid to make the second and third areas for Orlando because they don't want to do it after, like they want to do it after Mario opens. I get
Yeah,
that.
that makes sense though, for sure.
So, but because everything got delayed, now we're going to get the main area last, and then we're going to get the expansion area. So it would be interesting to see if they start on any of these before Epic Universe even opens. Maybe Donkey Kong in
Oh.
Hollywood. I can see that starting before.
Yeah, I want ours. Can we have ours now?
At least ours opens with the Donkey Kong. So like if Donkey Kong opens in Japan in 2024
Yeah.
and opens with Epic Universe in 2025, maybe the big thing in 2026 after Born in 2025 is Donkey Kong for Hollywood. And then Japan will get Pokemon in 2027 and we get Pokemon in 2028. Oh my God, how many years will have, I just like
So
zoomed through a
good.
decade, but like
Yeah.
we're talking about it now, but this is stuff that is, over the next, this is like an 8-year plan for the rest of the decade.
For
And it's weird to
sure.
think of that, but think about how long it took for Potter to go from one land to the two worlds to also in Hollywood and Japan and opening a new one in Beijing. And so the only Nintendo I think won't get more than one area will probably be Singapore. But it's a much smaller park and it's part of a bigger complex. So I'm not sure if they have the room to expand, And in Japan too. I feel like they'd have
Yeah.
to close Jaws to expand in Japan.
Hey, hey, hey,
I
hey!
I
Don't threaten that stuff.
Oh, I know, and
How
I said
dare
it
you
on the
say that?
podcast. I said it on the
Yeah.
podcast too.
How
Oh
dare
no!
you?
Oh no!
How dare you?
Well, this is why they've been like throwing around the idea maybe of replacing Spider-Man with Pokemon. Like if they're contractually obligated to do all of these properties, maybe they don't have to do the exact same rides in all of the different parks. They could just retheme or knock down a certain thing and turn it into a thing. As long as it's featuring Pokemon, maybe they don't need the same rides.
Just remember, kids, Alicia said it. It's Alicia's fault if it goes
If
away.
Jaws closes, well, maybe Jaws will close to become Zelda Land or something, and Pokemon will take over New York. You know?
Maybe. Wait, I don't want to lose New York in our place, though.
No, I'm just talking about Spider-Man in. No, Mummy's getting redone and opening soon, so
I'm
we're
just
fine.
nervous about what you're saying now because the things happen. So yeah. I'm trying to defend what I can.
I think over here in Orlando, we'll get a whole new Pokemon land. I think in Japan, you might get a retheme or a very small ride instead of a land. If they need to build a Zelda, though, maybe they lose Jaws. I'm sorry. I said it out loud twice now.
Oh.
Go ride
If you
Jaws,
say it again,
folks.
it's going to be a sure. Don't say it again.
Go
We're going
ride
to
Jaws.
Beetlejuice it. At least it's trying to Beetlejuice Jaws out of existence.
I'm not trying to. Now I really want to go visit just in case because I said it out loud. I'm
twice.
Just,
don't say it a third time.
Well, no, I won't. I won't. Just, you know. I'm afraid to talk now.
The Oracle has spoken. We are all doomed. Jaws is doomed.
I was thinking out loud. It's not even in my notes. I wasn't going to mention Japan. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Pervert princess.
Pervert princess.
Yeah,
right,
I'm calling you the Oracle from now on too.
When it's a podcast, yes. So in Orlando, we have what, escape rooms?
Yeah, we have escape rooms.
Universal's great movie Escape. Is that what it's called?
Something like that. Why wouldn't it be? Everything else is ridiculously named like that.
Universal's great movie Escape with Back to the Future and Jurassic World. How long ago did we say we wanted Back to the Future to be one of the rooms?
Yes, please. I don't remember how long ago, but
it was a while ago.
The Oracle has spoken.
Because I remember saying I wanted Back to the Future and Jaws, and I said, I don't know if Jaws is going to happen, but I can see Back to the Future happening. And then when we heard the rumor, I heard the rumor and I was like, yes, no, it happened. Something I said on the podcast happened and I wanted it to happen. And then Universal Parks News Today reported on it. And I was like, okay, it's out there. We can talk about it because that was, that's what I was more excited about. And I love Jurassic Park, Jurassic World or whatever. So like Dinosaurs Escape Room sounds pretty good too, but
that sounds good. But
these are the people that design like Halloween Horror Nights haunted houses doing, and I think it's going to be multi-room escape room. So like you finish a challenge and then you move to another themed room. It's going to be like the Tribute Store, but but like locked into one story.
Well, that's how the escape things work usually, is multiple rooms.
Are they? On TV shows it's always one room, so I don't know.
I've done a couple and it's always multiple rooms. You get out of one room to figure out the next room kind of thing.
Okay. Well, you're going to the good ones. I think it's higher capacity that way because you can have multiple people doing
for sure
at the same time.
And some of the puzzles are actually really difficult. So
yeah, I don't think they'll be like animatronic dinosaurs. I wonder if it would be like windows or screens or whatever, things like that. I wouldn't get my hopes up on that because it's more of an intimate experience. But the idea that they'd be doing a new story for Back to the Future as an attraction, I want to do it. I want to be first in line. I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait to do that. I gotta have to do that with Darren too.
This opens this fall, and they have not announced as of this recording. When are we recording this? The 26th of June. They have not announced ticket information, but they say it's coming soon. I say that because they might announce it by the time I release this.
The Oracle.
No, I think we got another month before they announce ticket information.
Oh, I want to do that. We're gonna go do that, right?
They moved Donkey.
They moved Donkey? What do you mean they moved Donkey?
I wrote that down. They moved Donkey. Donkey and Shrek have moved to Kidzone. You may remember a while ago when DreamWorks Destination opened, I said it might be a sign of things to come.
Oh no.
And whether or not intentional, but like slowly, I think that Kidzone is being overtaken by DreamWorks.
I'm fine with that.
At least the Barney stuff is, because I guess the donkey is in the Barney gift shop area, and the DreamWorks destination is in the Barney theater. So at least Barney so far has been DreamWorksified.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, if they're going to keep it around, it'd be better if they just kind of start doing stuff with DreamWorks over there. I mean, we walked last time we were there. We did that walk with the mics. We saw like the trolls were out and a bunch of other people were out for doing the dance party and the meet and greet thing. And
yeah, I kind of like it being all outside and getting people's attention. Like,
yeah,
we're like, you go to walk to ET and they're like, hey, come over here. We got fun stuff. Look, it's Poe.
It's exactly what happened when we went there. At least just saw shiny things to go look at. Well, moving things.
Yeah, they had hula hoops, right? I was like, look, they have hula hoops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They got my attention.
I tried to get you to go do the hula hoop thing and you didn't do it.
Yeah, well, it was 107 degrees outside.
That's fine. That's fine. It's Florida.
Why did they move Donkey though?
Yeah, why? Where talk?
Because it's attached to the Monsters the Universal Classic, the classic Universal Monsters Cafe.
That is not there anymore.
Yeah, they already took down the banners. You see the signs coming down now.
Glad we got those pictures when we did up on that balcony too.
I mean, yeah, we went through and took a ton of pictures in there a couple times, just in case.
Yeah, but then the last time we did Fallon, we did the tour so we could get up on the balcony, and then we ended up taking pictures up there too, which was a really cool angle to get before all the signage was down.
Yeah, that's true. One last chance.
That was cool.
That's one of those ones I've been taking pictures inside just in case multiple times. Like I'd be walking by and be like, "Ooh, I didn't get pictures of these light fixtures. Ooh, I got to get pictures of this." I was almost shocked when it happened because this is one of those things where I didn't have any inside info. It just seemed obvious. It definitely felt like this is going to become. We still don't know if it's going to become a Minion Cafe. We're just assuming.
They gotta feed you after you do your stand through, being tired from standing on your attraction.
Stay on your dot. So the speaking of the Minions VillainCon attraction that opens. Like, they haven't announced that either. They haven't even announced it.
They're not going to announce it until it's open. And they'll be like, hey, by the way, we built the thing.
We're recording this again. This is June 26, 2022. By the time it comes out, if they announce it, I'll be very sad. I'll have to add in a little message right here. Okay, good. No message.
Thanks, Alicia.
Yeah.
Thanks, not Alicia.
Future me. This is the Minions VillainCon Stand Gru attraction.
Yeah.
Baby Gru.
You pretend to be luggage on a ride. It's gonna be great.
I've always wanted to ride on the luggage carousel.
Me too,
you see it go behind those black flaps and you're like, what kind of awesome theme park attraction is happening behind those flaps? Now we get to see.
Yeah, but no, it's not the same because one of them you're not supposed to go on and one is made for you. So it's really not the same.
Whatever. This is like every kid's dream. And you get to blast things while you're riding it.
Hop on the luggage belt is the dream, not go on a ride.
Stay on your dot.
On a luggage belt.
Stay on your dot or your points won't count. I'm turning into the Jimmy Fallon character like that. It's ill. It's ill.
You're so close to it.
I'm gonna hashtag the panda doll. I want a box of puppies. Oh yeah, sure. No, you like puppies. Nobody cares.
That'd be great. We got another impersonation now. It's great. It's great.
Ew.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hashtag the panda doll. I just want you to know I hate myself right now. I just straight up hate myself.
Yeah, now everyone's going to like it and they're going to want you to do it more often. It's going to be great.
No. Catch you on the flippity flop. Ew.
Oh, no.
So, the parade ended. I wrote that down. The parade ended.
Which parade?
The daytime one. The Superstar? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Are they still going to do the random stop like ones where they just kind of like pull out of the gate and hang out over there and then go back behind the gate?
I
Like they
heard they
don't
were
really
still going to
move.
keep doing that, even if the floats aren't ready. Like they're retheming the existing floats to new stuff.
It's just so weird.
So they might come out and do the meet and greets without all the floats, maybe just some of the smaller ones. The little boat that SpongeBob comes out on, but not the big float.
Yeah. The Secret Life of Pets float's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, that's one of the newer ones. So I wonder if they almost like. I think they're going to try to move this to be a more nighttime thing because they love the underlighting with the LED lights. They're obsessed with it now. They've done it for all the Mardi Gras and all of the holiday ones recently. So
yeah, I rode one of those floats.
Yeah. How was your arm for the next 5 days?
No, it was fine. It just hurt that night.
Oh, mine hurt for like a week because I've never used that muscle before.
They told us not to do the overhand, so I did like frisbee tosses all night long. It was a little easier than throwing
You're smarter
underhand.
than me.
And I could whip them a little farther at people.
Nobody got hurt.
Heads. Nobody got hurt. People were asking, so I tried to hit them. I was aiming for people that wanted the necklaces. I did pretty good.
Today is the last day for the Williams of Hollywood prop shop.
Boo, I didn't get to run over there for one more visit.
I know, me neither. I was really sad, especially since the Shrek Ogre Vision glasses are $1. I was like, I need more. Yeah. I have 40 and I need more.
If you weren't busy today, we probably could have snuck over, but I was also busy today, so.
They did have some chairs and tables from the Monsters Cafe in there. But I think most of the stuff's going to like the Lakeland Antique Mall. I'm not sure exactly where, but somewhere in Lakeland. I can't say Lakeland. Lakeland, land of lakes. In Lakeland. Like all the Shrek stuff really ended up there. We got like bottom of the barrel. You can go buy like Pinocchio there.
That's craziness.
It's
weird.
To
go there and investigate.
There's some stuff in the Legacy store just on display, like the big map from the gift shop, and a couple other things.
We could just call Jalen and meet him halfway. It'd be great.
Right? He needs to do like reports, like Derek Bergen's outlet reports, but for the Lakeland Antique Mall. I have no idea what it's called. I just keep saying Lakeland.
Lakeland.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen to the prop shop?
I have no idea what's going to happen to the prop shop. It's not a very big space.
It is not a very big space. Do you remember when it was a magic store?
I do remember, but I only went in there a couple times, so I don't remember much of it.
It's a third-party store that, like, we come for a free magic show, and it's like, that sounds scammy to me.
Yeah, I don't know what could go in there. It's really not a lot of space.
Well,
I mean, the AP break area,
the lounge is bigger. Yes, I think the lounge is bigger.
Yeah, it's way bigger. I call it a break area because it's not really a lounge either.
Well, people keep asking if it's going to be an Epic Universe preview center.
I don't think it's big enough for that.
Super Nintendo World merchandise store.
Maybe.
I don't think it's big enough for that. Like the demand for those things are too great for that space.
True, but that space is definitely not big enough for a preview center. So out of the two of those, what else? What else you got?
Next door to that is a photo op thing that is not frequented too frequently. And next door to that is the pass holder lounge. If you were to combine all of the spaces, you would then get a bigger space than Universal Japan's like malt shop. The they have a Mario milkshake shop and then a Mario store that opened a year before the land did. So it's possible they could combine those spaces and make like a big Nintendo World thing over there and sell snacks or
isn't there already an ice cream shop right there too?
Yeah, because there's already a Schwab's there. So you knock down a door like you do Main Street style, connect all the buildings, and then you have like a malt shop gets rethemed lightly to Mario Malts. Oh, that's a good name. I pat myself on the back there, and then sell Mario merchandise, and then maybe have a meet and greet area where the photo op thing is.
Yeah, that would work. Right now, though, that space is very small, and the rooms are very, very small.
Right, that could just be the exit gift shop out of a larger thing where it's like snacks, meet and greets, and gift shops. I didn't think of this before the podcast. I'm just thinking out loud again.
I would take some of the food they have at Japan for Super Mario. Some of that stuff looks fun.
I like that stayed open in Japan and it has separate snacks than the actual land itself. So like you have to do both if you want all the Nintendo snacks.
Where does the lounge go then?
Oh no, the lounge is
break room.
just a Mario lounge.
Yeah, but where does the AP lounge go then?
Oh, it's just no more. No, I think
Hey,
one idea is that the prop shop is a prelude to a preview center for Epic Universe, and all it has is a little bit of concept art on the walls, and they sell some logo merchandise, and that's it.
meh.
And then after Halloween Horror Nights tribute store, not this year but next year, they build the full on like IOA preview center for Epic Universe, and that
In the
whole
tribute
last
store?
year. Yeah, then from like the end of 23 through all of 2024 becomes
So-
the Epic Universe preview center, and no
So
more
would it-
tribute stores for that whole year.
I was gonna say, would it be a tribute store / preview center? So they could still. There's enough rooms in there. They could do both. They could have a store.
Well, that's what
at
I
the
mean.
end.
Like the full-on IOA preview center with the giant model and
I
the
gotcha,
room by
I gotcha.
room. Here's this land. Here's this land. Here's this land.
Gotcha,
Every
gotcha,
room
gotcha,
is themed
gotcha.
to a land.
Yeah, there's enough rooms for that.
Because that's what it was originally used for. Except
Yeah.
we lost the locker area for Mummy, which was where the model was. So maybe no room for the model.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, that's an idea. And if that's true, number one, we could be getting Epic Universe more concept art released just so they can put on the walls in there. Number two, I will buy every single thing that has a logo of Epic Universe on it. And that's
Or a
smart of
monster.
them. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Or number three, this is completely false and they're going to board it up and nothing goes in that spot for a year.
Probably that one.
Oh, yeah.
The other ones are too fun.
Yeah, they're too fun.
They should put the lounge upstairs at port of entry in IOA. That's where the lounge should go, so we can hang out on the bridge.
It would be neat to get the official names of all the lands at Epic Universe. So at least we know what to call everything.
Monsters Land. That's what we call everything.
What do I
Just-
call that? I call that Universal Monsters.
Universal
Land.
Classic Monster Land.
I think I keep saying the land based on the Universal Monsters. I got rid of the word classic because they got rid of the word classic in the logo. It's just Universal Studios Monsters now.
Well, that makes sense because they are updating things, so that makes sense.
They're timeless. They're no longer classic. They're just
yeah.
always relevant.
They are the Universal's version of the Fab Five. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But it's like the Fab 8.
And then, of course, the other one is the Ministrying of Magic. What did we? Ministrying World of Magic.
Yeah, something like that. I'm trying
Super
to think of a
Nintendo
better.
World of Dragons.
What if it's named after the island somehow?
Burke, World of Dragons. How to Train Your Dragons, Burke.
Welcome to Burke.
Burke World.
Well, now it's Burke World because that's
Welcome
amazing.
to Bigman's World.
Burke World. Yeah,
Burke
I
World.
want that to be the name of it now. I think that's kind of fun.
Burke World.
Burke World. Burke World.
Oh,
blunt.
no.
It's amazing.
World of Universal Monsters.
No, it's going to be something. Is it
Dark
going to be
World? Universal
think-
Monsters Dark World?
Well, the whole
Ooh.
idea of the park is a universe, right? Different universes you're stepping into. So wouldn't the names have something
Yeah,
to do
but
with
we're
that?
already having Super Nintendo World, so I've been trying to keep the motif alive for worlds. Wizarding World, Super Nintendo World. We've already got two right off the bat.
Dragon World, Burke World. Burke World just works. I'm sorry. It's
Oh
awesome.
my god.
Monsters
I was
World.
thinking of mixing it up and doing World of for the other two. The way they're slightly different.
World of Monsters.
World of Universal Monsters Dark World. I see the little Universal Studios Monsters logo and then
Do you think
underneath
they're
it,
gonna-
Dark World.
You think they're going to tease the dark thing again after the dark universe basically collapsed on itself?
It's fine. It's still a good word. It's still a good adjective.
Is it though?
It doesn't make me think of the
not
Dark
like-
Universe because no one thinks of the Dark Universe.
Yeah, but at the same time, like Universal is kind of universal because of the monsters, and they're like they still exist because of the monsters. Like I don't know, does it really need the dark adjective? All these new attractions have the longest names ever. I was actually closer than I expected with Hagrid's Forest Friend Roundup because of how long the name was. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I remember when I theorized that they were shortening the name, and I was wrong.
Wrong. It got longer.
Got longer.
And
Universal's great movie Escape is actually not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It's funny though, because after all these naming things, everyone just uses one word to describe every ride.
Hag ride.
Hag ride. Mm-hmm.
At least Velocicoaster is easy as one word because they merged words together for that one.
And still, I hear people call it Veloci or Veloci.
Oh, it's true. It's been shortened. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody uses the full name.
Yeah. Well, now that we talked endlessly about the prop shop, they'll make an announcement before this goes out. Remember, we recorded this on Sunday, June 26th.
And now we wait for future Alicia again? Is that what happens?
Oh, yeah. No,
No, this is not going to happen. There's not going to be anything.
Yeah, now that we mentioned it, I don't think so.
Nope.
No, that's all I had on my notes. There's
That's it?
Yeah.
And some of that you didn't have on your notes, and we just did our usual tangent. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the big takeaway here is that Pokemon and Zelda are still coming. I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
I hope Zelda, but I want the ride. I want the proper ride. The boat that is not a boat.
It starts out as a boat ride, and then it turns into a flying ET ride.
Not a boat. Boat, not a boat. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Not a zoo. Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
I'm out of whiskey.
Bye.
I need more whiskey.
Ew. I'm the hashtag the panda doll.
Puppies. Puppies is the best.
I love puppies.